Yeah, if you want to put the music on, go ahead.
Don't play your music on.
No, you put yours on. Out of the way.
Is that good?
Yo.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, I mean, I'm on Zoom. I'm already going. The Facebook feed though. I said I'm live on Zoom, but the Facebook one won't let me go live.
Oh, so it's probably just asking for like for you to put a title or something on. Like look at the bottom right hand corner. You should just be able to click on it that says go live, right? Like, did you click the little 3 buttons and act like you're gonna post it to the group?
Hold on.
You started the webinar right here. Show me your screen. So go back to Zoom. Yeah, so the bottom right little 3 dots right down there.
Yeah.
Did you go live to Facebook from there?
I just did it.
Okay, and so then, so not to your, go to the group. So click that, share in a group. Start typing in the group. It should come up right away. Yep, there it is. Get that. Good.
Yeah, I'm a little bit tech slow is the best way to put it.
Bro, I'm just as slow as you. It's just that I've now done this a million times.
Yeah, for sure.
I was up till 5 a.m. the one night trying to figure this out. So just so click through that. Just say like not now or whatever.
Got it.
And then in the bottom right hand corner is where you're gonna go live. See it in the bottom right hand corner.
Yep.
And once you click that, you're live on Facebook and you're ready to go.
So just type in a title, or it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. No. You don't need that.
Go live anyway. All right.
Boom, you're live, bro.
We should be
Have
good.
Fun.
Hey, what's going on, guys? So we're going to get going in a minute here. Just getting set up. Got this guy, Leo DeLuca, behind me, and we are going to get moving, having some fun. So to start, we are going to just do some footwork drills. I have a mix of some athletic drills, and on top of that, we just throw in wrestling with it. So we're going to start warming up. We have something called a Bosu ball. Leo, grab that real quick. So if you guys don't have a Bosu ball, it's okay. You can just use the lines and move your feet back and forth. But we're going to start with our footwork. So we're going to put it up against the wall. And what we're doing is we just want to move. We just want to use our athletic, and we're just moving on the ball and off. So he's going to do it a couple different ways. The first one is just without a knee, and he's going to move. We're going to get 7 each leg. Go. So this is just building our athleticism a little bit, and we're just working now on the knee. He's going to start on a knee, and he's just moving. Chest up, chest up, chest up. So we're just adding some functional kind of movement, and a little bit of wrestling we'll add in a second. This is just part of our warm-up. Chest up, chest up, chest up, chest up. Good. Now we're going to get just to our stance a little bit. So I'd like to just do a couple minutes to start. We're going to go 3 minutes, 1 minute at a time. The first minute is just going to be all motion. We use these mirrors if you can't see in the background so we can actually check our position. If you have a mirror, you can just throw it in your basement or wherever you're using it and just go with it. Okay? So we're going to start moving. Go ahead, Leah. You don't really need a clock, but I'm going to put them on the clock just so we're working on some time. And think about your position the whole time. Chest is up. Chest is up. We're holding that good position the whole time. I'm moving. Keep moving, Leo. About 20 seconds left. Good. Chest up. Chest up. He's moving. He's moving. Good. Now bouncing. Bouncing. Little break. Shaking everything out. Shaking everything out. Good. Now he's going to throw in a little bit of defense. So we're just throwing some fakes. We can move our feet, but every time we fake, we don't want to stay. We're moving. We're faking. We're moving. Our feet are active. Ready? Go. So about a minute. Still moving slow. We're still warming up. His head's up all the time. His feet are moving all the time. And we're working on holding position. Head up, head up, head up. A lot of level changes, a lot of fakes. When we level change, we want to keep our chest up, and we're really getting low, and moving. Good. Continue that motion. Continue that motion, Leo. Keep it working. Keep it working. No shots yet, no shots yet. Keep it moving, keep moving. Good, time. Bounce it out a little bit, we're bouncing out. Third round, we're starting to pick up the pace a little bit. So in our third round, we're throwing in shots, we're throwing in defense to attacks, we're throwing in all kinds of motion with our hands, and our feet are going to be busy. So you want to work on holding position. You want to work on your knees bent. Everything's about position. The higher up in wrestling you get, the more the levels change, and you have to be able to hold a position longer than the next guy. Ready? Same thing. Throwing everything together.
Shots.
Shots, everything. Go. Let's go, let's go, let's move, let's move. Good, good. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving there. Keep that motion up. Keep that motion up the whole time. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Keep moving those feet. Keeping those feet busy. Keeping those feet busy. Getting your head up on all your shots. Hips in on all your shots. Come on, short time. Short time, short time. Couple seconds. Get another move. Good. Good time. Okay, so this guy over here is pretty good. He makes me look good. I'm just talking him through it. He knows what to be doing. He understands movement a little bit. He understands how to attack. He understands what he needs to do in his stance and all that kind of stuff. So now we're going to go into a little bit of movement with our feet. I really like ladder drills. They're one of my favorite things to do as a warm-up. They're good for keeping your feet busy and also getting your legs tired at the end of a practice. So we're kind of going to do a little bit of both. So we're doing it in the beginning here. So first we're going to start, we're going to go through the ladder. Pull back a little bit. And he's going to go forward and backward through the ladder. So we're not just going to go forward, we're actually just going to move. Since it's a short ladder, I actually really like the short ones. And you can just tape on the mat. You don't need to have a ladder. You can put tape, you can do it online. But he's going to work on just 1 foot each, and then he's going to go backwards. So he's just going forward, backward a couple of times, and I'll change him up. Moving those arms, moving those feet. Just trying to coordinate everything. Stance and feet want to move together. Hands and feet, sorry. Good, start shuffling. Now we're going to shuffle through, start picking it up a little bit. Just shuffling left to right. Big shuffle. Once we get our feet and our body moving, we're going to start throwing some other stuff. Now karaoke, face me, karaoke through it. So he's going to karaoke. And he's going to go backwards. And you can look all these things up on YouTube, just the different patterns, but we just work on getting our feet busy. A little bit of coordination and movement. One more time through. Good, good, good. Now, sideways karaoke. Now we're just going sideways karaoke through it. Moving those feet again. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Get that ladder, get that ladder. Get through it, don't tap it. Good, big cross with those feet. Good, one more time through. Good, so now we're gonna get into our stance a little bit. So our stance movement in here, we wanna have a lead leg in front the whole time. So it's kind of hard to see where we're at, but I want you to really pay attention to your feet. So I don't wanna step in and then step back. I want to keep a lead leg in front the whole time. So whether I'm stepping in and out, see how my lead leg's always staying in front. It doesn't matter which leg it is. So when I start moving, I'm faking, I'm moving, and I can go backwards, and I can change my direction. Okay, so his first direction, he's going to face actually towards the camera, and he's going to put his right leg in, so you guys can see. Good. Good. So he's just going out and in. And he's going to go back with that foot. He's keeping that lead leg in front the whole time. Yeah, now he's going to change his lead. He's going to go left leg in now. Keep that lead in front. Keep it in front, Leo. Keep it in front, keep it in front, keep it in front. One more time with that. Good. Good. So now he's going to face sideways. So he's just stepping in and out. And then he's going to go backwards. Go ahead. Good. Moving. Head up, head up, head up, head up, head up. Move those feet. Moving those feet. Gonna go other leg. Get it, Leo. Get it, get it, get it. Get two more. Head up, head up, head up. In that stance, in that stance. Good. So that's basically our warm up, and so now we're actually gonna do some of these drills, but we're gonna add wrestling into it. So I'm gonna try to make it as best I can for the position of the video so you guys can see a little bit better. But we're going to use the ladders, and we're actually going to use the Boshu ball as part of our training. So we're going to promote some fast twitch muscle with the Bosu, and then actually, I guess a similar way with the ladders as well. So we're going to start with the Bosu. So he's going to do the same thing as we were doing before, where, yeah, you can move ladders, where we're going off of the Bosu, but as soon as we get off of it, it wants to be a fast twitch shot. So as soon as your feet plant. So I don't want to lean over. I want to get my feet offset, and I should already be down in my stance so I can shoot off it. So we're going to hit a couple each side. Leo can shoot both ways. If you have a guy who generally shoots to one side, you can have him do one. But I actually really like to do both sides just because the better you get on your off side, your normal side or your regular side will get even better. It's just science. Okay? So he's going to get on the ball. He's going to get off. I'm just going to be in a stance in front of him, and he's going to get to his shots. We're going to do 4 each side. Fast feet, fast shots. Good. We're just doing some doubles, head up, chest up, level. Good. And he's just running on his knees a little bit. We're going to go 7. We're going to go 7 instead of 4. Good. Good. I'm going to go one more on this side. And these are pretty tiring, so we're going to take a little break after these. One more. Good. So we're going to actually do another round, a little bit different. We're going to go right into some low singles out of here. So he's going to land really low on these. And if you see, it's really good stuff. I'm just working on my feet moving. I'm working on planting. I'm working on getting my hands and my body set to get to my shot. So this time when he gets off of the ball, he's going to go on. And then when he gets off, as soon as his feet hit, he should be nice and low so I can shoot. Okay, so we're going to do a round like this, and then we're actually going to do a round with some defense. So I'm going to give him a second, and then we're going to get back on. And you should do these yourself. If you're a coach, you should play with them a little bit yourself because they are tiring, and you don't want to just keep going because the effort's going to go down, and he's not going to be able to go as hard. So that's something you want to think about. If you want him to go hard or if it's just a warm-up, you got to understand what time of practice it is, if it's at the end where you're just conditioning, or it's just to promote certain muscle fibers from producing good work. So now we're going to go low single. Same thing. So he's going to get on, off, and he's down. So he's landing with his outside foot in front. So I'm going to give him a righty lead for now. He's just sliding into it. Good. And he's getting down and then forward, not forward. He's getting on, off, down, boom. Good. Last one. Good. Now we're going to go the other way. So again, we'll take a little break, maybe 30 seconds, 40 seconds. This time, he's going to get on, off. When he lands, I'm trying to snag one of his feet. So we're working on him moving. I want him to try to jump really far off of the ball this time so you have the ability to circle. So I'm going to go on, off, here, and I'm in stance, and I'm going to try to shoot at him, and he's getting hands down, and he's moving his feet. Okay? So I'll give him a little second, and then we're going to jump back on it. So we want to create some ground. So if he wants to try and land, I have tape lines. He's going to try and land over the tape line so he has the ability to move left or right depending on which side I fake. He's landing on his outside foot, so that's probably what I'm going to go to, but it doesn't necessarily matter. So we're going to do 4 each side on these because these are actually really hard with the defense. They're getting on and off. 1. Tried to trick him, but he got me. On the other side. So I really like this kind of stuff. It just changes it up too. And we need to be an athlete. You can't just be a guy who only wants to wrestle all the time. I mean, you can. You're going to do well if you have good coaching and all that stuff. But the more athletic we are, the better we're going to be. So being able to move really well and our getting our hand and eye coordination better, our reaction time better, all these kinds of things can definitely help. And like I said, it's just a change from the norm. It's not just going in and wrestling every day. It brings a new light to it. And to me, I used to think it was fun to do this stuff. I think this guy actually really enjoys it too, and some other guys that I get to train as well. So we're giving him a little bit of a break, and then we're going to throw in some easier drills in a little bit. But we're going to jump back on the ladder a little bit later to add some more defense. But I just wanted to do a little bit of easy stuff just so you understand what's going on with our level changing and moving, and I'll explain it as we go. But we're going to do some wall shots, and then we're actually going to just do some straight up level changing and then move in our feet. And you'll see Leo do it. He's actually really good at it, and we'll get to it. So our wall shots are something easy, and I'm actually going to turn the camera a little bit. So what we want to work on is starting to move in with the lead leg forward. So I don't want to be leaning over the top. I want my back foot almost underneath me. My lead foot is pretty light. And I'm going to start fencing. So fencing is moving forward, right? I'm not walking at a guy. I'm going to fence with the lead leg. When I start to get close to the wall, I'm going to level change. So my butt's dropping. If you can't see, before I shoot, I need my butt to drop at least in line with my knee. I like to go a little bit lower so that I can explode up. And that's really important. Explode my hips through. So what we're trying to do is hit the wall with my hips and hit the ground with my knee at the same time. You don't want to hear you want to hear one simultaneous hit. So Leo's just going to get his stance and he's going to fence forward. He's going to level change and he's going to explode his hips. And stop. Staying there again. So when he gets in, we're going to work on 2 things or 3 things. He's going to windshield wiper, and you see his face already turned. So he's going to turn the direction he's driving. He's going to windshield wiper, and he's just going to drive up sideways. And we don't have a lot of space because we got some stuff set up. So he's only going to do it on one side, and he's going to do, as many reps you want to do. We're going to do 12 reps. So we'll start now. He's just working on moving forward. Go ahead, Leo. Moving forward, snapping those hips, and a little bit of drive. So head turns, because that's where we're driving. Back foot is windshield wiper. The last thing that's important, when I get down here, I don't want my foot, so you probably can't see it that well, but I don't want my foot facing this way when I hit the wall. We need to have it turned, because this is my drive. Go ahead, Leo. How many you got? Gonna hit a couple more, And watching him move, he's moving into the wall, his hands are in good position, his feet are in good position. He's gonna do 4 more, and he's just gonna throw in a little freeze fake. So when he gets close, he's gonna go freeze fake, level change shot. Moving in, freeze fake, level change, good. So a little freeze fake. When I pull my hands back, I should already be down, ready to shoot. Good, good. Moving into it, moving into it. Level change. Look. So I'm reaching and I'm coming down. Chest is staying up. Good. One more, Leah. One more, one more, one more. Good, good. Okay. So second drill we're going to do, and this is some of the stuff I really like, and we've been working on it recently. It's really good. It's a little bit different, and what I'm calling it is slides. So we're sliding our feet or we're shifting. So I'm going to fake and I'm going to shift. All right, but my shift isn't going to be straight to the side. So if there's someone in front of me and I fake, he's going to move left or right. So if I just move left or right, I'm not closing any distance. I'm not closing any ground. So when I fake, if I want to shift to my left, I'm actually going to move forward and to my left. If I fake and I want to shift right, I'm going to move forward to my right. Third one we're going to do is fake, and then we're actually going to shift back, and we're trying to get a guy to come to us so we can explode on a shot. And then just your regular freeze fake where I level change, and I'm going to hold and be ready where I can defend, or I'm level changing and I'm ready to shoot. Okay? So Leo's actually going to do this right in front of the camera so you can see it. He's just going to go, to make it easier, you're going to face me, Leo. He's going to go fake, move left, fake, move right, fake, move backwards, fake, and hold. So he's going to do all four for us real quick so you can see it. Slide a little bit out that way. But when he fakes and shift, he's going to use this line. So when he shifts, he's actually going to move over the line. So if you can't see real quick, when I fake, he's going to move forward. See how I went forward over the line? Where I'm going to go fake, and I'm going to shift, and I'm moving over the line a little bit. So Leo, you're going to go 4 of each of them. So he's going to go fake, then he's going to shift. Yeah, and you can move forward too. So we're going to fake, shift, and move forward actually. We're adding that in. Good. And you see how he's fencing? He's a hard lead leg all the time. This time he's going backwards. And then we can move. Good. This time he's going to go fake, shift back, level change, explode into his double. Good, good. This time he's going to go fake and hold. Now he can move. Now he can move whatever way he wants. Good. Getting those feet moving. This time he's going to go fake, move right. Good. Move forward. Shift forward. Shift forward. He's going to fake. He's going to shift left. Good. And then he's going into the guy. So with a partner, we'll show it a little bit this way. If I'm going on Leo, I'm going to fake and move this way, and I'm going to put pressure in. So I'm throwing my fake. My feet are going to move, and now I can pressure. Where I can go the other way, where I'm going to fake, I'm in a good position, now I'm going to shift, pressure into him. This time I'm going to fake and move back, he's going to come to me. So I'm going to fake, shift, and now I'm running through my shot. This time I'm going to fake, he's going to hold and try to get to my leg, I'm just going to down block and move. So I'm faking, he tries to shoot, and I'm working on getting out of the way. Okay? So I'm going to have Leo go through. We're going to go maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes. Again, this is kind of a tiring drill. And then I'm actually going to make him jump into the ladders immediately after this. So it's just burning his legs a little bit. And like I said, we're doing a faster pace today. And it's actually going to be really taxing on him. It doesn't have to be this fast. It can be a lot slower. You can extend the time a little bit. We're just trying to get it in an hour and, show you guys what we do. So he's going to get in. We're getting him to go. So if you can't see, it's okay. I'll try to circle and move a little bit. But he's just going to fake, create angle, fake. He's going to do fake, move right, fake, move left, fake, go backwards, then fake and hold. Okay. And he's going to shoot off the one backwards. He's going to defend off the hold. Now we're going to change him. He can do both sides, so we're going to make him go lefty lead this time. Gonna get him one more round. Same with lefty. Same with lefty. That was my fault. That was my fault. Go again. Go again. Good. 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 So now we're going to throw him on the ladder, and I'm really going to make him move his feet. So we're going to do all these motions in the ladder. So you can watch real quick. So he's just going to go through it back and forth with one leg. He's going to go twice and then back and forth with the other leg. But I'll show you what I want when we're doing it. So I'm going to fake here, then I'm going to shift. Then I'm going to go backwards. So it's not as realistic as using a guide because I want to move forward with it, but it's just to get your feet to move together. So again, I'm faking, good level change, shift, shift, fake, shift, shift. Now we're going the other way. Fake, shift, shift, fake, shift, shift. Then we're going to do the other leg. Fake, shift, shift, fake, shift, shift. Then we're going to go back. Leo's just going to do a couple. He should burn out his legs a little bit, and then we're going to give him a little bit of a break. Good. Good, he's moving, he's flying through it. Flying through it. Good. Go another leg. Good. His legs are getting a little tired. These are tough. You're good. You're good. So he's going to take a little break, grab some water. I mean, that's about a half hour right there of nonstop movement. And this is good stuff. This is all good stuff. Hopefully there's some stuff you haven't seen. I haven't really showed a whole lot of people, these kinds of things. But it's just good for people to be able to move and watch something new, right? It's all good stuff. Good. All right, so we're gonna wait another minute or so. So guys, I think it's really important to be able to move and stay in a stance, like I said before, the whole time. If you can stay in a stance and hold position longer than your opponent and essentially just be in better position the whole time, that's important. So we're gonna get moving again in a second. We're going to use some bands. I'm going to show you a couple of things that we like to do with our bands. And then we're going to do a little bit with the defensive type drills. And then I'll finish with some stance. So we got some stuff real quick. I'm going to tie a band up to the wall where I have a little bit of a post here. So you can't really see it, but there's a post that we're going to check out. So I can't tell if this is on. So we're gonna have to shift this. So this is the post here, and Leo is gonna get this band up. So we're gonna use that really quick. All right, so so you can see it. We're just going to go to that corner. So you can see what Leo is going to be doing over here. All right. So I'm going to have him doing a little bit of stuff just to start moving. I know on the Instagram it's a little bit hard to see, but you guys on the Facebook, that's all that matters anyway. So we're going to start with a lead leg. And Leo's just going to be moving the bands and moving his feet. And he's just going to go there and back. So I'm just going to have him shaking the bands and moving just to hold some position. So this one, he's facing towards the bands. Go ahead, Leo. So I'm just going to have him moving And we're just getting our hands and feet moving. And we're always using the lead leg. I think using the lead leg is really important. Good, one more up and back. Good. Now he's going to go with his other lead forward. So he's going to go lefty lead and moving. Keep him straight, keep him straight. Good. One more up and back, one more up and back. One more up and back. Come on, get it without shaking. Good. So now we're just going to have them in stance. And what I want is I'm using my hands just like I would maybe wrist roll. So we're going to have Leo go wrist roll. So we're going to have him go a little wrist roll motion. So he's really working on the bands, and then we're going to wrap the band. Boom. And I'm going to try to pivot really hard. So I shouldn't just go like this and turn this foot out. I should be pivoting this foot behind me. And the bands are actually going to wrap him a little bit. This band's a little bit heavy, so he's going to have to take a second to get used to it. But he's going to do just 4 on each side. Just 4 on each side. So he's just moving a little bit. He's going to go wrist roll. Yep, good. And we throw in some knee slides. So we can throw in a little bit of knee slide stuff. Good. So you're going to roll left, swing right. Roll right, swing left. Other way. So go righty. You're going to roll left, swing right. Hands go in front. Yeah, now go single. That's right. That's what I want. So I said it wrong. My bad. You got it? So he's just going to roll. Boom. And he's using the band. The bands, we're working on our core. He has to hold position. Good. 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 Tell me when you got him, Leo. 4 each side. Good. Got him? Okay, so he's got 4 each side. I'm going to have him do some outside stepping as well. So we're working on using our hands a little bit, and I'm not really going to get into too much explanation on our outside steps, but what we want to do is get a lot of weight in the band, so I want to get a lot of tension, and I'm trying to allow the bands to pull me forward. So he's going to outside step 4 to each side. So he's wrapping it up to get it tight. He's going to use his hands. He's going to outside step. Yeah, see how much the band is pulling him. Try not to smash into your pole or anything else if you have your dad holding them or mom or sister or whatever. But, oh, good. Hey, where you got a knee slide? Got a knee slide across on your outside step, but. Boom. Good, Leah. Good. Knock him out. Knock him out. Good, good, good. Couple more. Get those feet moving a little bit. Good, good. If you notice, look at his head. Look at his position. Everything's in great position. His head's up really high. His chest is up. He's sliding his hips in on a shot. Good, 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 good. He's making me look good. He's making me look good for sure. Nice, nice. Good work, Leah. You got him? 2 more. There's a lot of stuff that you guys can do with your bands. Now, there's a real lot of stuff you can do with bands. These are just a couple that I like to do. Now we're going to actually turn them around. So Leo's going to face away from the bands, and we're going to do a couple more things. So you have a lot of options here, guys. So this time he's going to do his wrap singles again, facing away. So now the bands are really going to wrap them, and you're going to have to keep everything tight, and your core is going to have to stay tight as well. So these bands are a little bit heavy, but he's good. So level changing, moving those hands a little bit, Leo. Good, yeah. Hold that core real tight. Everything's got to be tight. Good, nice, nice. 4 each side, Leo. 4 each side. Good. Nice, nice, nice. And you can do all this stuff without bands too. It's all about position. Once you get better at your attacks and your position is better, your technique is better, then we can start adding the bands in. Oh, that was good, Leah. How did that even happen?
Not do that.
So the better your position is, the better your technique is, then we can start throwing in bands, because you have to get the technique first before you start throwing in some more advanced stuff like this, right? That's four. So we're gonna do one more set of stuff here. He's just gonna go hands down, and then he's gonna shoot his double. So it's tough because, you know, boom, I'm just gonna go foot back, explode into my double. So my hands are gonna go down and then forward, and he's gonna punch his hips in. Good, good. Small step back, small step. So your step back is really small. Good. So it's just here. And then I'm exploding my hips. Good. This time he's going to do a little bit of a circle with his feet back. Now he's going to shoot. Good. Couple more, Leo. And look at the footwork too. He's faking, he's moving, he's doing the things that we were messing around with before. Get a little more attention. Good. Time. Good work, good work. Gonna give him another little break, a couple minutes here. This stuff is tough. This stuff is tough. Okay, so we're gonna actually get back out and do a little bit of defensive work. And we got about 20 minutes left. I was gonna do some more bands, but we'll give them a little break and we'll get some defense going. So we're gonna use the ladders again. Again, I like to throw in movement and then throw in wrestling stuff with it, because you have to be ready to move and then work on getting to your wrestling stuff. So something I stress to my guys, if I'm doing defensive work, I can't just stare at the guy. I can't just hold my stance and hold position and wait for him to shoot. In a match, you're going to be looking for your offense. You're going to be moving your feet. You're going to be active. Your hands are going to be active. So that's how you have to kind of drill, and that's how you have to think about it when you're doing your defensive end, because your defense is part of your offense. You have to be moving before you defend. All right, so we're going to actually move through the ladders. I'm going to make him do some drills. He's going to move through the ladder, and then I'm just going to try to get to his ankles, and he's going to work on moving. So he's not going to move through the ladder and then do this and put his hands straight down. He's going to move through the ladder, and then he's going to move to me in his stance like he's trying to put pressure on, and then I'm going to try to get to his legs. So you're probably not going to be able to see him too well because of the position of the camera, but it's okay. So he's going to move through, pull back, pull back. Actually, let's do it a little bit angled, so pull that way. Yeah. Don't kick him here. Pull back, pull back. Good, so he's going to move through, and then he's going to move forward. Yeah. I'm trying to get to his ankles. I can be in a stance here. I normally just stay on my knees. Good feet moving. Good feet moving. Yeah. Stance one. Stance one. Yes, good. And then a couple more here. Making his feet work. One more. Good. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of a different one. Leo's going to work on faking and moving through the ladder. He's just working on faking. He can do some jumping, popping. And I'm going to stand in front of him, and I'm going to just wait. And I'm going to make him move back and forth, and then I'm going to fake, and he's going to have to move. Let's do this way. Enough space?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So he's going to move through the ladder back and forth. You can do whatever he wants. He could just be doing this, he can be doing some shifting, and then when I fake, he's gonna get his feet away, okay? Yeah. I'm just moving with him. I don't want him to know when I'm coming. Sometimes I'm changing my leads up on him. Sometimes I'm just holding position. He's working on moving and getting out of there. Good. Gonna go 3 more here. 3 or 4 more. Got him on that one. 2 more. I'm trying to time his step. He's trying to beat me. And this is something that's important when you're an outside motion, a fake shot kind of guy. You have to fake and move. You have to stick and move. You can't just fake and leave your foot out there. You're going to get timed by a good guy. One more. Yeah. So that's a little bit of our defense stuff. And we're going through, we have a host of different stuff that I like to do. We use, like I said, a lot of medicine ball stuff, a lot of ladders, a lot of bow shoe ball. And you can mimic these kinds of things. And you can make up your own drills. It's not, most of the stuff nobody showed me. I just kind of blended some things together that I've learned. And like I said, it's a lot of fun. I think sometimes when a guy's a little bit burnt out from just wrestling hard live or drilling really hard or just doing all wrestling all the time, so just changes it up. It's fun to be athletic. If you got guys who are training, it just changes the game up a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of time here. We're gonna finish with stance. I was gonna do some medicine ball stuff, but we're gonna let Leo relax on that. So I'm gonna give him a second, and then this last segment, this will be the last stuff we're doing. We're gonna go 6 minutes of stance motion. So every minute we're gonna change, and I'm gonna give him a little bit of rest to shake his legs out, and then we're gonna jump back into it. So I'll give you the lineup. The first one we're gonna do with the medicine ball, and you'll see it. I'm not gonna go through it. So you're gonna do it with the medicine ball first. Second one, he's gonna throw on the ankle weights, and he's gonna move. Third one, he's gonna put the ankle weights actually on his hands, and he's gonna just use them and move while he's in a stance like he's hand fighting. Fourth one, he's gonna have a kettlebell. This one is his favorite. Fifth one, we're gonna go a little small ball. He has to put his hand on and move with it. And then sixth one here, I think, yep. Sixth one is just a hold. Great position, hold. His legs are gonna be fried. Want him to hold and not move. It's actually the hardest one, and you should be kind of testing your guys a little bit. I used to do it at the end of practices all the time where it's like, hey, I just want you to hold for 1 minute. That's it, just 1 minute. And you'd be amazed how many guys can't hold a stance for 1 minute, especially at the end of practice, but even the beginning of the practice. You can't hold your stance for more than a minute. That's a problem. You got to be able to hold stance for, I'd say, at least 3 to 4 to 5. In freestyle wrestling, you got to be holding your stance for a long time because there's only a little bit of time on the mat. In folk style, it's a little bit different, but you want to be ready for the guy that you need to wrestle on your feet all the time. It's important. Okay, so we're going to start. Leo kind of got his stuff out, and I'm going to time everything, and I'm going to give him a little break in between. And then if you guys have some questions for me or Leo, feel free. So we're going to get this moving. First one, he's going to start with the medicine ball. And I'm actually going to give him the big medicine ball. Go get the big one. So he's got the big one. It's a slam ball, but he's going to start moving. And he's just working on head up, chest up, and now we're also going to throw in some tricks. He's going to throw it through his legs. He's going to throw it behind his back. But the whole idea is not to bend at the waist. It's to keep my butt down. So I just have my hand on the ball, my head's up, and we're just working on our feet, being active. Ready? Go. So this stuff we can kind of have fun with. We're just working on moving. His head's up. He's in a great stance. He can check himself in the mirror to see his back and his head. Something we work on all the time. So he needs to work on it as well. And I'm sure a lot of the guys out there need to work on it as well. Moving, 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 moving. Yeah. So the smaller the ball, the harder it is. You got to keep your back flat and trying to keep your chest up a little bit, and we're just moving. You can throw in some 2 feet away, but we're just trying to move more than the 2 feet away. And he's just playing. He's just playing. He's having some fun with it because it is hard. It is tough. Keep moving. Short time. Short time. Come on, come on, come on. Short time. Short time. Time. So I'm gonna give him like 30 seconds in between. Sometimes we go straight through, but it's unnecessary all the time. Today I'm gonna give him a little bit of a break. Yeah, ankle weights. Ready?
Oh, just moving?
Go. Yeah, he's just moving, getting those feet active. This is when we're going to throw in a lot of freeze fakes and a lot of that shifting and sliding. So he has to pick up his feet and move. It's tough. It's a difficult one. Again, you need to be able to hold your position for a really long time. Keep moving, Leo. Keep moving. Get those feet busy. Make those feet busy. We don't just want to fake and hang out unless we're in great position where we can get our hands down and move. Just faking, no shots, no shots. A lot of times I don't do a lot of attacking when I'm doing these kind of drills because I just want you to work on holding the position. And then we'll add in attacking and defense. It's actually easier when you add in that kind of stuff because your legs get half a second to a second, 2-3 seconds of break. Keep moving, Leo, keep moving, keep moving. He's almost done here. He's got about 20 seconds. 10 seconds, go, come on, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Time. So now we're going to get into, he's going to actually, you don't need to have hand weights, but I do like the ankle weights because they're really light. They're only 2 to 3 pounds. I have some that are 5 as well, but it's just to move with your hands. You can pop, club, you can fade, you can underhook, you can Russian, you can wrist roll, and you can do all these things with your hand. You can run off of the head if you know that kind of stuff as well. So we just put some weight on our hands. So it just makes it a little bit more difficult and in the hand fight kind of scenario. Everything that we're doing is trying to simulate as well as we can to an actual wrestling type scenario, right? Yeah, you ready? So I gave him a little bit longer break there, but ready? Go. Come on, come on. Move those hands, move those hands. Make those hands move, make those hands move. Throw underhooks, drags, snaps, running off to the head. Really move them, really move them, really move them. Good, move those hands, move those hands. You want a big kettlebell, huh, boy?
Oh, I did?
Yeah. He took the big kettlebell out today. He wanted to go hard. Keep moving, Leo. Keep moving. Keep moving. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You gotta keep moving your hands. Make your hands move. Make your hands move. He's only a middle school guy, and I'm making him do 6 minutes. Middle schoolers, we don't need to do this much all the time, but it's good to get in a little bit longer than they're used to as well. I know your matches are only 4.5 minutes, but it's good. I make my high school guys go 6 all the time. I make college guys go a little more. Obviously, their matches are 7. Time. Hey, so that's 3 down, and he's got 3 more. Now, our kettlebell is one of our toughest ones. It doesn't look that hard. I wouldn't get a really heavy kettlebell. I would not get a really heavy one. And all we're working on is position. So I'm going to try to keep my back flat, and we're just going to throw the kettlebell through our legs. You don't want to do this. This is cheating. This is easy. I want you to keep your back flat and your chest up. I know this is like an awkward looking position, but this is where I want you to be. We're trying to build our strength in the back of our legs versus just the whole front line. So I want to get the back of my legs and my everything really engaged and working and strengthening, okay? So you can do it with this kind of stuff versus just trying to do some squats and deadlifts and stuff. We can do it through doing actual wrestling movements and kind of holding in wrestling positions where we can get stronger in this fashion without the strength training. But, you know, you can add that into it.
This one is very, very fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun one.
It's his favorite. Okay, so, and you got a big kettlebell today. I don't know why.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay, so you can do a 15, 20 seconds of a shot. I'm going to change him up. He's going to do it, and I'm going to change him every couple. You'll see. Ready?
Oh, just.
Yep, just going through. So he's going to go with his right leg in front. I'll tell him when to switch the other direction. I'll tell him when to switch leads. Ready? Come on, pick it up. Oh, go. So he's just moving. He's trying to keep his chest over his front leg. Trying to keep his back flat as best he can. Trying to keep his back flat. This is tough. Keep the lead leg in front. Keep the lead leg in front. Change the direction of it. Change the direction of it. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking today with this big kettlebell. It's not even that big. This is just a hard drill.
Just brain is not one to run today.
Good. Change your leads. Change your leads. Good. Move. Head up. Head up. Don't drop that kettlebell. Keep it moving. Head up. Keep your chest over your knee. Keep your chest over here. Keep your chest over here. Yeah, don't move. Just move the kettlebell. Don't move your body over it. Good. Switch direction. Short time. Short time. Come on. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep moving. Burn those legs out. Burn those legs out a little bit. Short time. Short time. Short time. Time. Good. So the last 2 minutes, I'm going to group together. So it's meant to be hard. I'm going to give him about a minute off here, and then we're going to do the last two. So the last two, he's going to grab a lacrosse ball that I have over there. So now this is a really small ball, and he's going to move around just like he was doing before. So he's got to move the ball around on the mat, and he's just trying not to lose the ball but keeping his head up and his butt down. So now he needs to get really low because the ball is going to be tiny. And then the last minute is going to be our hold. And he's going to hold for a minute, and we'll see his legs start to shake. He might start crying. You never know. No, I'm just playing. But I saw one in the street today. I wish I could. I didn't know. All right. I'm going to give him another 10 seconds. Another 10 seconds. He's going to get ready. He's going to get in his stance. Ready? Go. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Come on, keep your hand on the ball. Keep your hand on the ball. Keep your hand on the ball. Chest up, 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 chest up. While you're tired, chest up, head up. Come on, keep moving. Keep your hand on the ball. Keep your hand on the ball. Keep your hand on the ball. Stay down. Stay down, Leo. Stay down. Stay down. Come on, short time here. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Chest up, Leo. Chest up, chest up, chest up, chest up. Head up, 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 head up. Head up. Time, hold, stay right there. Stay right there. Come on, go. He's holding the stance. This is where I want him to be. You can't see it. His position is pretty perfect here. A little bit lower. So you see his back is flat. It's flexing. He's flexing. Everything's working. His hands can be down or in front, but I want that chest a little bit lower now. Chest up, chest up. Come on, we're almost halfway. Or we're over halfway, but we're almost halfway. Keeping that back engaged. It's flat. Don't roll it. Roll it. Roll it. We don't want it here. Flatten it. Boom, right there. That's where we want to hold. Stay there. Don't move. Chest up, chest up, chest up, butt down. Chest up. Yeah, don't move. Come on, short time here. That's where I want you to hold. You see the position. He's in really good. This is hard. After all the stuff we just did, this is really difficult. When he stops, he's going to turn around, and we're going to do one last thing to finish it. He's only got 7 of them. Time, turn around. You get a chance, he's got to move his feet. This is it. This is his finish. Boom. Time. So I like to finish with that one sometimes, just quick, make him move his feet. But, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, I can look at some of the stuff. I don't know if you guys will, but I appreciate you guys having me on. Obviously, Louie, I appreciate asking me to come and help out. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't hard for me, but this guy right here, again, it's Leo DeLuca, and we hope you guys just enjoyed what we put on for you. What's that? What? Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for coming on. Hope it was enjoyable. We'll catch you guys soon.